Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the webinar. So today we have Miss Lynette, and she's with Hilton Caribbean. How are you today, Miss Lynette?
Hi, all good. It's a rainy, ugly day here. I wish I was in the Caribbean.
Oh, me too, me too. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we cannot wait to hear all about Hilton Caribbean, okay? So the floor is all yours. You can take it away.
All right, terrific. Thank you so much. And thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. I am a presenter who I don't read the screens or anything like that. I pretty much tell you like it is as far as my personal experiences and everything, because I want you to be able to turn around and sell that to your customers like, oh, well, you can do this and you can do that. And, I definitely want to have time for any questions. And also, anytime you need anything with Hilton, if you don't know who to go to, feel free to come to me. You'll get my email, I'm sure, when this is all over. And another big thing, I'm just going to mention it now, and then I'm going to have it at the end of the webinar as well, is travelagents.hilton.com. That is where you go to find agent rates for any Hilton properties worldwide, not just for the ones we're going to talk about today, but for anywhere in the world. If it's available, that's where you go. And then also there's lots of other good information in there too. So I feel that I am a better presenter when I can't see myself. So I am going to actually turn my camera off of me, if I can figure out how to do that. Okay, and you can still see my screen though, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so here we go. Hilton Caribbean. We're going to talk about 5 properties. First is our beautiful Hilton Barbados Resort. This hotel has an amazing location, I think better than anyone else on the island, because we are in a peninsula called Needham's Point. And with that, we have 2 gorgeous beaches, one on each side of the property, as well as every room has a water view. And over at the point there behind the trees, we actually have an old 17th century fort that's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So we have a really unique location. In addition to that, we are also only 5 minutes from Bridgetown, 10 minutes from the St. Lawrence Gap area. So you're super close. You can actually walk to some restaurants and nightlife, or else it's a quick taxi ride away. So much nearby. And of course, some shopping in town. What I want to tell you here, so this is all the way over to the left would be where the road is to go towards the hotel and to get to the main driveway entrance. Oops, sorry, driveway of the hotel. So this is going into the front of the property. And for the clients that want to come over to this beach, they just walk across the parking lot on obviously the ground level of the hotel, because none of our guest rooms and lobby and everything, they all start up higher. So again, that's why every room has a water view. And when you walk in the lobby, you're looking out and seeing the ocean and the pool and all the beautiful scenery. So you walk across the parking lot, right back behind the trees there, you would find our water sports center, which we offer just by showing your room key. You would get complimentary snorkel gear, boogie boards, and kayaks. This is Carlisle Bay. Carlisle Bay is well known for excellent snorkeling and diving. The Water Sports Center can also arrange other tours that you pay for. And a lot of times when you stay somewhere else on the island, they will actually bring you on a tour to Carlisle Bay. So our guests have the benefit of walking over, grabbing your snorkel gear, and snorkeling for free, which is great. This beach is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see, but not only that, the water is super calm. It's just like a giant bathtub. It is absolutely perfect. Now, if you walk a little bit down further on the beach away from the hotel, you will actually come up to several little restaurants, kind of like little shacks and stuff like that. One of them is Cuz's, and it's known for their fish sandwich, which is only $5. It's amazing. You'll have lines all the way through the parking lot. And there's other great little places to eat and drink all here along the beach. And then the really cool thing, early in the morning, and I believe it happens every single day, there is a little pop-up coffee shop, and some of the guys from the Garrison, which is right nearby, they bring over the retired racehorses to go swimming in the ocean. And it's super cool. really need to experience. I'm so glad I had that opportunity, and just a really, great way to kind of hang with the locals. And they don't want you to go up to the horses. They will bring them to you, knowing which horses are comfortable and safe.
That sounds so cool.
Yeah, it was really amazing. It was so well worth getting up that early.
Wow.
Yeah. So this again is the beach out front of the hotel. Then this is the beach out back of the hotel. So when you walk out, from the lobby area, this is where you would come to for this beach area. And this is on the Atlantic. So here you're going to have the waves. We have 348 rooms. We're about 30 minutes from the airport. And oh my goodness, I just went backwards. Sorry, losing my mind already, and it's only noon. Okay, and here's another great shot of the beach. And as you can see, that rock barrier there helps to calm some of the waves coming in. So it is definitely a swimmable beach. Occasionally, they'll have to put up a flag to say, you know what, the water's too rough, you can't go in. But you always have Carlisle Bay, and that's never going to happen over there. So now the lighthouse that you can see there, over to the left of that, it's not in the photo, waiting for a new updated picture, but there's a new restaurant there, and it's actually, it's called La Cabane. It is a local restaurant. This is their second location that they opened up right on our beach. So it gives us the opportunity of having another place to dine. And the only thing is, though, it is totally run separate from the hotel, so you won't be able to charge there. You'll have to actually pay at the time. Another shot of the beach and our gorgeous pool area. The pool is actually a 2-level infinity pool. Down below is normally a little bit more active. They have volleyball and basketball. The little pool in the middle is the totally separate children's pool. And we also have a little kids club where they do activities, and a little playground too. Here's the upper level of the pool. And this is usually a little more quiet and has that beautiful infinity edge. Now, over to the bottom right of the screen, that walkway there, that goes completely around to the right, and that will lead you right over to the beautiful fort. This is an amazing place if anybody has groups, weddings, any kind of parties, anything that you want to do with an event. This is an amazing place to do it because it's completely unique, historic. They are in the process of redoing some things over here as well, so it's going to be even better. They're doing all new landscaping. There's different levels, different tunnels, cannons, gorgeous sunsets. We have the full use of the fort. So if there's private events going on, unfortunately, the guests are not allowed to wander through. But when there's no events or anything, anybody is allowed to just walk through and hang out at the fort. There's little benches throughout, and you can just sit and watch beautiful scenery. Water's Edge is our main restaurant that's open for lunch and all-day cocktails, in addition to La Cabane, which would be back over on the other side on the left here. This is our Lighthouse Terrace restaurant. This has indoor and outdoor dining. It is where we do breakfast every day, and then also dinner. A lot of nights we do different theme nights that would have a buffet, or you can always just order off the menu. In addition to the Lighthouse Terrace, we also have the Grill restaurant, which is our fine dining restaurant, which is open only in the evening. And we have a lobby bar area called the Careenage Bar, and that also opens normally around like 5 o'clock. And they have a lot of great local flair when it comes to the food. Lots of snacks, appetizers, burgers, things like that, and just nice casual dining. Okay, that was strange. I don't know what happened there. I feel like I lost a slide. Okay, I don't know. Here's a typical guest room. Remember, most important things here is that every guest room has a gorgeous water view, whether it's the beautiful view of Carlisle Bay or the gorgeous ocean out in the back here. And every room has a balcony. So you can't go wrong with either category. The rooms were just renovated a few years back, and they put in these beautiful new wood floors. The bathrooms were completely renovated, and all the furniture is all new. It used to be very dark, and now they went with the totally light theme. And the rooms are pretty spacious. This picture doesn't do it justice. It's always that contortion of when you put a picture into a slideshow, it never looks the same. So that was Barbados. Next, we're heading to Puerto Rico. So this is our beautiful Embassy Suites Dorado Del Mar. This property is oceanfront. All suites, of course, with all embassies. I'm sure you're aware, but all embassies include the complimentary cook-to-order breakfast, the evening reception where you get some drinks and snacks, and then, of course, every room being the suite. You can't beat that. Huge cost savings for families. You can do 5 in a room, and you don't have to get 2 rooms. Now, we have some new additions here that I want to try to explain to you where it is. So if you see where the steps are at the bottom of the picture, so this is the main entrance. You would, walk in the front doors there of the hotel. But if you were to go down those steps and kind of walk, I want to say across the street, but it's not really a street. It's more of the driveway of the hotel. Over here behind the trees, there is a building here that is, I think years ago, it may have just been the country club to the golf course. The golf course is still not open. Years ago, we had it, then it shut down. I think a lot of it had to do with from Hurricane Maria. Then on top of that, then it was COVID, but now it's supposed to reopen sometime this year. But that whole area there where they had the building, they've actually expanded on, and it's going to be amazing. So the complex across the street, I'm calling it an entertainment complex. It is owned by the same owners of the hotel, but it is not part of the hotel. It's run totally separate. And I'm going to show you some photos of what's over there in a few minutes, but I just wanted to kind of give you the layout of where it is. So just imagine right across from the front of the building. So I mentioned all of this, the suites, the complimentary reception, and the cook-to-order breakfast. The breakfast is always a huge buffet with hot and cold items, as well as eggs any way that you would like. And the Dorado area, if you're not familiar, it's about 45 minutes outside of San Juan. You can get taxis and Ubers out this way, and Uber definitely in Puerto Rico is a lot less expensive than taxis, in case you didn't know that. It's also really easy to rent a car. The first time I went out to Dorado, I rented a car, drove out there by myself. I just used my own GPS, the Waze on my phone. And it was super easy navigating, and it took me on the highway to get out there. The cool thing was my phone is talking to me in English, but all the signs are in Spanish. So it was kind of like getting a little Spanish lesson at the same time. Yeah, it was neat. And, so super easy to get out there. And then once I got to the hotel and I was talking to one of the girls there, she's like, oh, well, which way did you come? And I'm like, well, the only way my phone sent me. And she's like, was it a highway? And I told her yes. And she said there was another way to go back along the coast where you actually had some really pretty views of the ocean the majority of the way. So super easy drive. I was totally comfortable doing it on my own. If you think you want to, go to a hotel, stay put, don't bother renting a car. But if you want to get out and explore, it's going to be way less expensive to rent a car than it would be to have to taxi and Uber all the time. Okay. Another cool way to think of Dorado is it's kind of like going out to the country compared to San Juan being the city. And the resort is located, this development of Dorado Del Mar. You actually come up to like a main entrance to go in. And once you get in there, you're going to pass through the golf course, but then there's lots of homes and condos and of course the hotel. From the main entrance to the hotel is a mile walk. And I did it a lot just, for exercise, but also if you felt like you needed something such as, from a pharmacy or whatever, once you get out to the main entrance, there's Walgreens, CVS, some local restaurants, supermarket, some other little shops, and some fast food places. So you have a lot right there close by. And then that's only like right outside the entrance of the hotel. But then you also have lots of other great local restaurants nearby too. In addition, a lot of the main attractions that people like to see when they go to Puerto Rico, there's a good bit that's out this way in Dorado. The rainforest is the complete opposite way from where we are right now. So it's not for the rainforest, but out here is where the Kamui Caves, the Arecibo Observatory, the Torre Verde zip line, one of the biggest zip lines, premium outlet shopping, and then that's all out past Dorado. But then the Bacardi rum factory is kind of between San Juan and Dorado. But for someone who's in San Juan and wants to go do any of those attractions, they're going to have sometimes almost a 2-hour ride. So if you come out and stay by us, you're going to be much closer to all of that, do all of that, and then maybe go back and stay in San Juan to get the best of the city portion of Puerto Rico. Okay. Our beautiful beach area. It is a little bit of a little darker, more like a tan or sand here compared to the more like light gray down in San Juan. Our beautiful pool area, it's a 3-tier infinity pool. Over to the right is our Blue Seahorse restaurant, which is open for lunch and cocktails all day. And of course, our suites, 174 rooms. Many have the 2 doubles and the kings. You know, it just depends on what you're looking for. But if you need to do that 5 in the room with the 2 doubles, and then the pull out in the living room, you can do the 5. So typical embassy, when you walk into the room, if you look at the bottom right picture, you walk into your living room, and then over to the right, you have your little wet bar area, which of course is going to have your fridge, microwave, sink, and coffee maker. Huge cost savings. You can run out to the store, go get drinks, snacks. You know, when you're talking families and small children, sometimes, you know, whether it's peanut butter and jelly or a microwave mac and cheese or something, you can save a lot of money that way. And, you know, of course, we all know kids are picky. In addition to Blue Seahorse, we have our Paradise Cafe. This is right in the atrium of the lobby area. And this is where we have dinner in the evening. We have a main area for breakfast, which is separate from both of these. And then we have the Calypso Bar where we do our evening reception. And the eatery is a grab and go, coffee, drinks, and salads and sandwiches and pizza and stuff. And then they also have, if you really needed something like sunscreen or Tylenol or something like that, they usually have all that there. So I told you about the new entertainment complex. So this is what we have so far. Right across from the main entrance, brand new casino. And that opened back in August. Bowling just opened beginning of the month, I believe it was. And there's also 3 brand new restaurants. So besides what you have in the hotel, again, directly across the driveway, you have 3 new restaurants right there, steps from the property. Steakhouse, Japanese restaurant, and a Spanish restaurant. And then there's more to come. This is going to be an amazing property for families, especially if the kids are a little bit older. Mom and dad could maybe go to dinner at the steakhouse and send the older children over to the arcade and the food court. Laser tag, go-karts, arcade, food court, all coming soon. And I'll keep you updated as I hear more.
These look cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really amazing. I mean, I love the fact it's a little dangerous for me because I do like casinos, but I walk out the door and the casino's right there. And yeah, it's fun. Okay, Condado Plaza, Hilton San Juan. Big changes taking place here. If you're familiar with the Condado area, so after you leave the airport, you come through the Isla Verde area, and then you come up to Condado, and then right across the water from us is our beautiful Caribe Hilton. I don't personally represent the Caribe Hilton. My colleague Janine does. We could always set you up for another webinar with her. She also handles the Hilton in Aruba. So Condado Plaza Hilton, this property is going through some major changes. It is 2 towers connected by a bridge going over the street. This side that we're looking at right now, this is the ocean side. The Lagoon Tower is closed at the moment, and we're not having any guests come over there because they're all staying on the ocean side. So it's business as usual on the ocean side as Condado Plaza Hilton. The Lagoon side is going to become a brand new Hilton Garden Inn. And if you're familiar with Hilton Garden Inn, it's not going to be your typical Hilton Garden Inn that you're used to in the US. It's going to be more of like, if you could kind of call it a Hilton Garden Inn resort. It's going to be spectacular. It's going to have a lot more to offer than a typical Hilton Garden Inn. And that'll be right across from this tower. So from here, towards the back right of the screen, if we had the picture a little bigger, you would see the bridge that goes over across the street that would lead to the Lagoon Tower. This is our beach area here on the ocean side, and you can also snorkel right here. We have 4 pools and a swim up bar, separate children's pool. And again, the rooms on the ocean view side, typical guest room, king or 2 doubles, and business as usual here. Once everything's done with the new Hilton Garden Inn and that opens, then they'll start to do some work on this side. And I've heard bits and pieces of what may happen. There's a possibility it might become one of our other brands, a Curio by Hilton. But Nothing's really going to happen here at all until the other side is finished. Beautiful view of the Condado area at night. And of course, from this hotel, you can easily walk to tons of restaurants and lots of other hotels that would have casinos as well, if anybody's crazy like me. All right, our beautiful new gem, Embassy Suites by Hilton Aruba Resort. If you're not familiar, we just opened. It was a long time in the works of the construction process, et cetera. And a lot of that had to do with COVID and not being able to get the materials needed, et cetera. But we just had our first guests on February 3rd. And I have a video here, but it seems like every time I try to do it, it kind of messes with the presentation. So what I'll do is after we're finished, I'll send this link to Tyra, and then you can watch it whenever you have a chance. Sound good?
Yep, thank you so much.
All right, so our brand new beauty. So now I showed you the Embassy Dorado. So this is, again, and we're calling this one a resort too. So this is a little bit of a, not little, a lot of a newer type of Embassy Suites property. We are located kind of at the end of Eagle Beach. So we're fairly close to Palm, but still close to the heart of Eagle. And if you were to walk out of the front of the hotel and make a right to go to Palm Beach, it's just to give you a feel for the lay of the land. It's about a 10-minute walk over to the Hilton Aruba. Super easy walk, and you know, Aruba's safe. And I walked back from there late at night by myself, and you know, had no problem. I felt very comfortable because there were so many other people out walking as well. And then if you walk out and you go to the left, maybe 7-8 minutes, you're at about the Amsterdam Manor. The butterfly farm is right down the street. Behind the hotel is the Bubali Bird Sanctuary. So a lot of our, the whole back of the hotel and a lot of rooms, there's about 40 rooms that actually face the bird sanctuary. That is our lead-in category that we call nature and sunrise view. Very quiet back there. When you're facing the front of the hotel and you're facing the pool and the ocean, it's going to be, you know, depending on time of day, it might be a little bit noisier. So if somebody wants peace and quiet, if somebody's totally into nature, that's a great category to put them in. Otherwise, most of the rooms are either pool view, pool and ocean view, or ocean view. We're about 6.5 miles from the airport and 3.5 miles from downtown. Now, this property is across the street from the beach. We are going to be adding like a beach club. We don't have it yet at the moment. It's a work in progress. So when you look across the street here and you'll see the ocean from here, no problem. But then there's some trees right in front of where the beach area is. And I believe they're hoping to get that removed and expand the beach area right in front of the hotel, as well as most likely we're going to be bringing in sand. We don't have chairs over there at the moment. If somebody is looking for total beach resort and they want to be right there on the beach of Palm or Eagle Beach, we may not be the best choice. However, there are so many other amazing, wonderful features here at this property, besides the fact that we are brand new. The beach area is okay. It's just, you know, again, there's no chairs there. But if you walked a little bit to the right or left, there is a wider stretch of beach. And then if you go a little further to either Palm or Eagle, there's, you know, really nice beaches. You could always just grab a towel and go down there, or you could always pay to rent chairs somewhere else in the meantime. I went down to the beach by Amsterdam Manor and had every intention on just going and plop myself on the beach. And when I got down there, it was so crowded. I turned around and came back up to the beach by the Embassy because it was nice and quiet. So
wow, was that crowded?
It was crowded. Yeah, that was in February. It was really crowded.
Wow.
As you can see, we have an amazing pool area, and a lot of these rooms are with the U shape of the property. So many of these rooms, no matter where you are, you still have that gorgeous ocean view. And we have balconies, except for the patio rooms, which will specifically say patio. Really neat thing they did here, very smart. So the hotels that are normally across the street from the beach, you're going to drive up, approach the hotel, pull into the front of it. If you picture that, it's kind of as if where the Embassy Suite sign is there, that's where you would be going into the hotel. They decided to do it really smart, and you don't go into the hotel until after you completely pass the property. Then there's a driveway that goes all the way around the back of the hotel, facing the bird sanctuary. So you have the beautiful views back there, but then that's where you come into the lobby around the back. And then our parking garage is also back there. There is free parking right now too, if somebody rents a car. So when you step into the lobby, you're coming from the bird sanctuary view, but then as soon as you walk in, this is what you're looking out to with the pool and the ocean. And, you know, the lobby's up higher so that, again, you do have these beautiful views. To the bottom right corner, that's part of the separate children's pool. And then the bottom left corner, right back behind there, would be where there's a jacuzzi, but it actually looks like a small pool. It's a giant jacuzzi. We also do have a children's playground. And then out in the distance to the right side of the screen would be, besides some grassy areas where we can do some parties and events, there's lounge chairs out there and everything. There's also a fire pit area. And then eventually when you come up towards the road, we have a tunnel that goes under the road to get over to the beach. So being across the street from the beach, and for safety reasons, I mean, of course, anybody's allowed to walk across the street if you'd like, but for someone with small children, strollers, wheelchairs, anything like that, there is it's like a zigzag tunnel. And then when you come out of it, you are right there on the sand. We have 330 suites, 134 are king, 196 are double queen, and several of them are connecting suites. You would connect a double to a king, though. There's no two doubles to two doubles, or two queens to two queens. And really cool thing they did here as well. When I showed you the Embassy Dorado and you saw how you walk in the living room and then it's a long straight shot into the bedroom and then out to your balcony and view. Well, they got really smart here, did a little different. So here you can see you have a view there from this bedroom. Here's our sunrise nature view of the bird sanctuary. Typical guest room, beautiful bathrooms, great lighting in the bathroom. Now, this is when you would walk in your door, you have your wet bar area, fridge, microwave, coffee maker, sink right there when you walk in. And then across from where the table and chairs is would be a door that goes into your bathroom. Then next to the door that goes into your bathroom would be the door that goes into your bedroom. So your bathroom has the door from the living room and the bedroom. And if you had friends, relatives, colleagues, anybody coming into your room that you wanted to close off your bedroom, you can do that and have total privacy for your bedroom and still allow them to use your bathroom. And then with the door connecting to the bedroom this way, they did the room kind of side by side instead of long and narrow, which gives you this gorgeous view from your bedroom and your living room. So you actually have double balcony and they connect. And you have the sliders from the bedroom and the living room. And of course, 5 in a room, no problem. So spacious suites. Again, the cost savings by having the fridge, microwave, etc.
Is that a sofa bed?
Yep.
Okay.
Opens up to a bed. So this is right below that Embassy Suite sign and looking out to the pool area. So when you walk in the lobby is a big open concept. So there's couches and little comfy, cozy sitting areas, as well as regular table and chairs for dining. And one side you have the breakfast area, then the whole middle section is totally open. You know, if you're having drinks in the evening or if you're ordering dinner, you can kind of eat and drink anywhere you'd like throughout this whole entire area, or just hang out and have a coffee. But it's super casual, comfy, open, and just a beautiful area. And the whole length of the lobby area is also the whole length of this outdoor area too. We have the restaurant that's out by the pool, the Splash Grill restaurant, and then a separate pool bar. And then Brickstones is our restaurant for breakfast, as well as for dining in the evening. And then our bar area inside too. And of course, you have the cook to order breakfast, the complimentary evening reception, room service. And this is when you walk into the lobby area from the bird sanctuary view. And all the way down to the back right corner here, that's the breakfast area back there. It's huge and it's a complete double buffet area. So if it's busy, they will have both buffet areas open. And when I was there the last time, and we're still pretty new and we weren't that busy, but they actually had 2 chefs even back there making the eggs and everything. So it went rather quickly.
Okay.
We have a fitness center. We do laundry service. I mentioned the free parking. We have a really nice gift shop here that it's beautiful dresses, shoes, purses, pretty much everything and anything, swimsuits. But then they also have everything as far as, toiletry items and toothpaste and aspirin and water, toys for the kids, all that kind of good stuff, and lots of snacks and all too. Then we have a 24-hour snack shop where they have grab-and-go sandwiches, lots of desserts, drinks, snacks, all of that good stuff. And we will be doing activities such as aerobics and yoga. And then also there's kids activities. And we don't have a kids club, but the kids activities, they would be meeting at the playground. And coming soon will be a spa and a casino. The casino the building is already there. So they are in the process of doing the interior of that. And then there's also going to be a spa coming soon. What the heck happened there? Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened. I think I moved that hotel and didn't realize. Okay, so last but not least, our Hilton Trinidad. Trinidad as a destination, it is a little bit more corporate focused. However, there's a lot of great leisure reasons to go to Trinidad too. One of them, which I'm sure you're aware of, is Carnival, one of the biggest in the Caribbean, and we have a great location for it. So directly across from the hotel is the Queen's Park Savannah, which is where a lot of the activities take place. And we're literally across the street from that.
Lynette, when is Carnival usually held every year? So
February-ish.
Okay.
Around there, yep.
Is it usually the same date every year, or do the dates change?
I do believe they change a little bit, yeah.
Okay. Where could they go, the agents go to see or find out the dates if they wanted to plan a carnival?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could just go to it's either TNT or TrinidadandTobago.com, something of that. And yeah, and they would definitely give you all the dates and all that too. That's a good question. And then also wanted to let you know that if this is something that you're interested in, whether traveling on your own or taking a group or something, you really need to do it far in advance.
Okay.
Minimum.
How far in advance? A year?
Minimum a year.
How do you do it more? How do you do it? Okay, so this must mean that they actually release those dates well far in advance.
Yeah, it's big. It is one of the biggest. I think it is the biggest in the Caribbean. So I haven't had the opportunity, of course, to experience it because they won't let me come and stay there at this time because they want to sell the room for like $500 a night.
This is true. This is true.
So it does get very expensive. But again, booking far enough in advance would give you a little bit of an edge. And we do have, like I said, the great location. Couple cool things about this property is it's the only hotel I've seen like this where it is an upside down hotel. You go kind of up a little bit of a hill around the mountain to get into where the lobby and the entrance are. The hotel is built through the side of a mountain. Once you go and check in and get your key and go to the elevator, you actually press the button to go down instead of up.
Wow.
It's a little confusing at first because you think like, wait a minute, where am I? Which way do I have to go? So Hilton Trinidad is very unique in that sense. For many, many years from when the hotel first opened up until I want to say maybe about 5 years ago, the pool here was completely in the shape of the country. And it was very cool, but it got to the point where it really needed work. So they totally gutted the whole entire pool area. As you can see, this is beautiful. So it's brand new, gorgeous pool area. And besides Carnival, another big reason for leisure guests is bird watching is huge here. This is one of the destinations where there are so many species of birds that you don't find anywhere else. And then turtle watching as well. The closest beach, because we're kind of more in the city, and a lot of the other hotels are also in this area. Closest beach is about 45 minutes away. It's called Maracas Bay, and it was even voted like one of the top beaches in the world. It's beautiful, but it's not that close. But the neat thing when you're driving there and you're kind of winding around some mountains and all, and eventually you come up to like a lookout point. And, you know, that happens in a lot of different islands when you're up on the hill and you're going to be going down lower. But this lookout point also has like snacks and drinks and souvenirs. And so you stop, you hang out, you grab a snack if you want, and you look at the gorgeous, gorgeous view of the beach down below, and then eventually wind down around the mountain to finally get there. So it's Maracas Bay. It's absolutely beautiful. There's also a restaurant down there known for their fish sandwiches. And I can't remember the name of it, unfortunately, but it was one of those that was on like the diners, dives, drive-ins. Yeah, one of those. So it's like well known and something that you really should experience if you go to Trinidad. And one of our typical guest rooms here. And I think that's it. Was that enough?
Yes, that is enough. Listen, this is amazing. So, Lynette, when it comes to groups and Hilton and San Juan, do all of the resorts have a resort fee? Like that one embassy in San Juan, does it have a resort fee?
A lot of the resorts do have a resort fee.
Okay.
And I'm trying to find myself here, and I can go back on camera. A lot of them do. And normally they will sort of work that into the rates, like depending on how you're booking. So like if you're booking through a tour operator, usually all of that's all packaged together. Okay. And then it would only be like if you're booking directly, then sometimes there's additional fees on property. So you kind of have to read through and see what's included and what's not, depending on how you're booking. I mean, I don't know, who your top tour operators are. You can tell me if you'd like, but I highly recommend that's how you book, because normally you're going to get more commission that way.
No, I usually try to, when it comes to groups and stuff, I usually try to book direct so that I have direct contact with the hotel and know exactly what's going on versus having to call someone else and then wait for them to get back. I usually like to go straight to the hotel.
Yeah, so that for groups, definitely. Yeah. And, and we have group people on each property. Okay. So are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. I'm sorry. Something popped up on my screen and I tried to get rid of it and I thought I lost you. There's group sales managers on each property. Some of them are more of a, social group. Some of them do only weddings. So it depends on the hotel. All you have to do is reach out to me and I'll get in touch with the right person, depending on the hotel.
So there's, so for Hilton, can we run through the Hilton travel agent website really, really fast for the agents that have never been?
Sure. Let me
so for all things Hilton, they need to go to the Hilton website and then put in the IATA when they're checking out for their clients, the regular clients.
Right. And you can do all that, the travelagents.hilton.com. You can do all of that through there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we don't have to go.
You can book, right. You don't have to use the regular Hilton.com. You can book through the travelagents.hilton.com. You can find answers to questions. You can book your own reservations there. All right, let me see. Do you still see my screen?
No, you got to start sharing again.
Okay, let me go and do that. Let me pull it up first.
And then for Carnival, is Carnival kid friendly or probably not?
I would say not really, no. Okay. It's from what I understand, there's days when they don't even sleep, that they just party through the day and night. So I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, I've got it up. Let me see, share screen. Tell me when you can see my screen.
Okay. It's sharing now. All right, perfect.
Good?
Yes.
Okay. So now I went to, when I put in travelagents.hilton.com, this is how it comes up, hilton.com, portal, travel agents, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Okay.
From here, this is where you can actually just check anything for guests, etc. But if you go to offers, that is where you need to go for you. And then, you know, it's going to tell you some different things happening, etc. But now from here, all right, why does this look different? I swear they think they changed it on me. Usually right here from offers, it pulls up a window where you can put in your dates and everything. That's bizarre. Hold on, let me, maybe because we have to sign in. Let me see. This looks different. That is bizarre.
It does.
It looks different from when normally there was a thing right there to pull up.
They may be doing maintenance or something.
I don't know, very strange, but okay, now it took me back into Hilton.com. I'm not even in the travel agent portal anymore. Crazy, okay. Crazy.
It's okay. Can you tell us more about the travel agent? I know it's you guys have a program. I forget the name of it. Do you know anything about the travel agent rewards program that they have?
Is it unlimited rewards, I think?
Yes.
Okay. So what I know about that is it's based on bookings like through the GDS only. And then agents can earn money, I think, on a gift card or something for that. Because I am so leisure focused and wholesale tour operator focused, I don't really have anything to do with that.
I got it.
But from time to time, what I do is offer different booking incentives where you can earn free stays, free nights, sometimes gift cards, things like that, that I do personally with some of the properties. So biggest thing would be for me to have everybody's email address, and then I can reach out and send them, you know, whether there's something new at one of the properties or if it's a booking incentive, or, you know, sometimes on occasion when you go to look for the travel agent rates through here, there's a certain percentage off that they'll do. But sometimes we'll decide to do something even better specifically with one of my properties, and then I would be emailing you that directly.
Okay. All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any all-inclusives in the areas that we just look for, or what you just showed us the resorts?
Okay. So
For
there's
Hilton?
a whole separate team of Hilton all-inclusive. And if you would like, I can connect you with them and they can do a webinar and go through the details of all the properties. The majority are in Mexico.
Yes,
Cancun
I
and
think we
Tulum.
did one on Mexico. Yes.
Okay, so you got Cancun and Tulum, and then there's also there's one in Curacao. There's the one in Jamaica, which is the Hilton Rose Hall. La Romana, Dominican Republic.
Oh.
I think that's all of them.
No, I think that'll be good. I think it's good for agents to, know exactly, I mean, you can't go to all properties, but at least if, you have a webinar, kind of sort of what it looks like, you feel more confident and comfortable sending clients there. So no,
definitely.
I would love to connect with those. I'm almost 100% sure. I forget her name. I got to look through my email for the all-inclusive, but what is her name? We definitely have a one that's on the all-inclusive, but I don't think we have anything on Punta Cana. I mean, La Romana or Rose Hall. Okay. Is it the same person or is it a different person?
Possibly could be, because those are managed by Playa Resorts. So you might have to do a separate webinar with Playa, maybe.
Okay.
That could be why. But since you asked about the all-inclusives, what I wanted to mention is that again, they have a whole separate team. And then you have me, and all of my hotels are EP, not all-inclusive. We do have some meal plans. And of course, the embassies always include breakfast, but you can usually book a breakfast plan through any of the tour operators.
Okay.
There should also possibly be like a breakfast and dinner plan. However, as much as I would love to take your clients' money, I think you would be doing them an injustice by having a dinner plan at the hotel. We are, all the hotels we talked about, we are in those destinations, the islands where it is highly encouraged to get out and experience the destination.
Yes.
And so many great restaurants. Barbados is a Zagat rated destination. So like you can pull up, top restaurants, etc. They're foodie paradise destination. So you really don't want or need an all-inclusive for the most part, because there's so much great dining in every one of the destinations we talked about.
I love it. Okay, so out of the ones that we talked about, which one is your favorite and why?
Oh, that's a tough one. Okay, so Aruba is new for me. Like I've been to the destination, but I've only been selling this particular island and hotel since January, and we just opened in February, and I finally got there in February, and I absolutely love this hotel. And how I said about the beach and all, like I'm a big beach person, but I'm not super picky about the beach. So the beach in front of the hotel didn't faze me in the least. And when talking to certain people at the property that were there, a lot of them were going out and doing excursions every day. And by the time they got back in like late afternoon, they weren't even considering going to the beach. They basically just went right out to the pool area. So it's a great place for that too, where like if the beach is not the #1 priority, again, there's so much more to offer. So I absolutely love the hotel. I love having the suites. But I do really, really love our Hilton Barbados too. So those two are my favorite.
Does the Barbados one have the best beach out of the ones that we talked about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I had to think for a minute. I'm like, okay, well, Aruba, the beaches are great. The beach is going to get better. Puerto Rico, you have it's just totally different kind of beach, but Barbados for sure, if it's beach you're looking for, because again, and even for families, if the kids want to play in the waves, great. But then if you want to go snorkel, you've got that right on the other side. So best of both worlds.
This is true. So, can you tell the agents how to reach you again, or would you like for them to reach out to me and I'll reach out to you?
Do we have like a chat with Teams?
Let's see. Nope, there's no one. No, there's no one in the chat.
Okay, so I probably the easiest would be I'll forward you everything, or you just forward them my email, my contact information, and then if you want to send me either a list of the emails for everybody, anything like that would be great, and then that way I can reply back to that list and give you the video for the Embassy Aruba too.
That will definitely work. Well, thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you so much for joining us today. This was an amazing webinar. We have to schedule a follow-up for all of the updates that are coming up.
Yeah, I know. There's a couple months from now, I'll probably have a lot more to tell you.
Listen, well, I can't wait. So as soon as this webinar ends, I want to go ahead and reschedule you before our time ends on the calendar, because I could just easily reschedule you. So thank you so much, Ms. Lynette, for joining us and giving us all of this information. I will have the agents reach out to me, and then we'll forward all the information to you. So thank you. And
anytime anyone has questions, I would be more than happy to help. And then also I can get you in touch with either someone from Playa or someone from the Hilton All-Inclusive team too, so you can have some more webinars.
No, both of them.
Oh, and my colleague Janine, I mentioned, she handles the Caribe Hilton in Puerto Rico and the Hilton Aruba. And the Hilton Aruba has some changes happening too. So
we want all three, please.
Got a lot to do.
Yes. So okay, once again, thank you so much. And
thank you
for the very next webinar.
Thanks so much.